What up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today on Fitness Tech Reviews, we're going to be going over the Galaxy Watch 3. So this is a beautiful thing that just came out from Samsung, but other than that, let's go ahead and get right into that review. First thing as you can see when you get it right out the box, it is going to come with a leather strap. So if you're going to be doing anything fitness wise, I would definitely recommend taking off this leather strap. I'll have this little guy linked in the comments down below if you're looking for a easy watch band fix that you can go ahead and get right into. And if you're looking for other ideas as far as setup and first 5 things you want to do, check out the video right up here for a couple of setup options. Alright, now let's go ahead and get into the design and price of this guy. First off, it's stainless steel. That's why it's going to be a little bit more expensive. The price is going to be anywhere from $399 to $429, and if you're getting the LTE versions, they're going to be a little bit more expensive as well. Reason being, this is a pretty sturdy design, that's why it's going to be a little bit extra. It is 15% slimmer than the previous model, the Galaxy Watch 1. There was no Galaxy Watch 2, they just totally skipped out on that. There's also going to be a titanium variant coming later in the year. This one is also going to come with a premium price with it as well. A couple of big things with its design is its screen is bright and it's vibrant. It does have a sensor on it that it's going to be changing the brightness levels, but you'll be able to see this guy with direct sunlight with no problem whatsoever. Also, another one of the big benefits is the customizability of these watch faces. It is circular, and there's over 80,000 on the App Store, plus even secondary apps and third-party apps that are going to give you extra as well. Don't forget about its best thing, the rotating bezel. It's a very satisfying click and probably one of the best ways to navigate your smartwatch. So say it's winter and you have some gloves on, you really can't touch on the screen. Even though you can go into the settings and change its sensitivity to touch, but you'll be able to go through it with the rotating bezel and the buttons as well. The top right and the bottom right are great ways to be able to navigate. And of course that bottom right button is also customizable for a double touch. Mine is Find My Phone, so if I ever lose that phone, all I gotta do is hit that. Oh, there's... It's a little bit louder than I thought, but it's one of my favorite things because I lose my phone more often than I probably should. Let's go through those specs real quick. There's a couple different variants, so I'm going to be going between the two. The smaller variant is 1.2 AMOLED screen. The bigger one that I have is a 1.4 inch. The smaller one's going to be about 49.2 grams, while the bigger one's going to be about 57.8 grams. They both have 1 gigabyte of RAM and also have 8 gigabytes of internal storage if you want to download playlists or pictures if you want to onto your watch. It also has a 2-day battery life, so that is for the bigger one. The smaller one's going to have about a 1.5. Smaller one has about 247 milliamp hours, where the bigger one has about 346. If you do the always on display like I do, typically I'm only going to be getting a little over a day with it because I love the watch face and I'm definitely going to use it. It also has water resistance, 5 atmospheres, and also IP68 water resistant. So if you want to go swimming with this guy, it isn't a big deal. Again, don't use the leather band. Grab a silicone band for that. It is running Tizen OS 5.5 with its own Exynos 9110 system on a chip as well, but it is very snappy. Even with that 1 gigabyte of RAM, might seem a little low, it is very snappy going in between the UI. It has Bluetooth 5.0, so most up to date. It also has Wi-Fi, and you also get LTE version for all the connectivity. It also has NFC payments if you want to do Samsung Pay. It doesn't have the old school Samsung Pay that would work on literally anything that could swipe a card. Now it's back to NFC payment, so it's going to be one that's going to be more universal. Stuff that take Apple Pay can also take Samsung Pay. Don't forget, it also has a microphone, so if you want to be doing a couple phone calls on here, you can. So say your phone was a little bit over to the side, you'll be able to use it. It's basically the same quality as if you were doing speakerphone on your own phone. It has relatively good speaker quality, and I've really had no problems whatsoever taking phone calls through this guy. Couple of the sensors on here. It has 8 heart rate monitors, so it's pretty darn accurate with heart rate monitoring. It's also going to have an accelerometer, a gyroscope, ambient light sensor, a barometer. It also has an SpO2 sensor that just got updated in its most recent update, so for sleep tracking and VO2 max. Then other things it has is also a trip detector. I've tried it out a couple of times. I can't seem to get it to activate on mine, but I have heard that it does work because it does activate with heart rate variability as well. It also has ECG, which is now FDA approved, just waiting on an update from Samsung, but also blood pressure monitoring as well. Both of those things are good to go in South Korea, as Samsung is a South Korean company, but we're waiting for those updates here in the US. So as far as its sleep tracking is concerned, it does a relatively good job. I have this Whoop band that I do a lot of my sleep tracking with, pretty much that it's predominantly for, and I kind of cross-checked it with that. If you want to see my Whoop review, right up here as well. But I'll give you guys the thing up here, I'll give you Samsung over here, and my Whoop band right over here. So when I go into my Samsung Health app, just doing 6-pack abs. I'll check that a little bit later in the video. But you can go right down to sleep. As you can see, I got 6 hours and 9 minutes of sleep, but it also gives you a sleep score of how you did, and also breaks down what the average sleep score is for men my age, 30 to 39. I think it breaks it down to how long you were awake, how much REM sleep you got, and how much light sleep you got. For some reason, it's not really catching my deep sleep too well, so it hasn't been that accurate with my deep sleep. But other than that, the regular sleep score on this works pretty darn well comparative to my Whoop app. And all you gotta do is swipe down on the top of your screen to go into sleep mode, and it'll be a good night mode, so you'll never be really like turned on by notifications or anything like that. One of the things I wouldn't use it that much for sleep tracking is because of its battery life. Even when it's on sleep mode, it's not really taking that much battery, which is great. Only takes a couple percentage points throughout the entire night's sleep. But again, since I do like the always on feature, I only get about a day and a half. So since I have my Whoop band, I use that. But if you need this for sleep tracking, it will work pretty darn well. So if you want to be checking out your beats per minute per second, you need to go into the settings. For that, you tap on your settings there, and you would want to go into measuring consistently, which is also going to drain your battery life a little bit, but it's always fun to be able to see where your beats per minute are going. So its running tracking is probably one of its best features. So again, I'm going to go into my app from there. From my sleep, I was just there. I'm going to go to one of my exercises. I'm going to show you guys what that one's all about. So I had the run the other day. It checked how fast I was going, checked my elevation, my cadence, stuff like that, how my heart rate was, which it did extremely well with. Again, I got my Whoop for heart rate tracking, and it was within about 2 to 3 beats. It tended to be a little bit higher than my Whoop band, but only, about 2 to 3 beats. And also there are some things about how the slip goes, how you are asymmetric, your contact time. It can chart all of these advanced metrics for your running, which is awesome if you're really looking to get some good coaching as far as your running is concerned. And then also there's VO2 max. So you can check out your VO2 max through this as well. And it'll be calculated when you run on a flat surface, when your heart rate is in there for about 20 minutes. So you can be checking out your VO2 max through that as well. Again, I don't know what my real VO2 max is, so I can't tell you how accurate it is, but it's always good to get some good metrics just to see where you stand. And also it has some run coaching built into the watch itself. So when you shift on over to your running activity, you can go into running. When you go into running, you can check either your run coach, and with my running coach, I can go into settings and I can get a target, and it will actually give me a feedback on if I should be going faster. So if my target was, say, light jogging, light running, calorie burning, endurance, there's a lot of different programs in there to work on different things. A couple of the negatives with it, if you do have earbuds and you like to listen to music, it's not going to really work out too well. Yes, you can connect it to your watch, but if you don't have any built-in music onto your watch, like a downloaded playlist from Spotify, that works pretty well. You do need Spotify Premium for that, or if you put your own music onto it. But if you're using music off your phone, it won't be able to go in through the ears. You'll actually have to have one out and listen to that relatively robotic voice. The Samsung Health app. So this is where you get all your metrics from, where your activity time, your exercises. You can also track your food in here, but typically I'd say MyFitnessPal is best for food tracking in general. But you can put your water, your blood oxygen level, which also works with that SpO2 sensor. And with these times with coronavirus, it actually can relatively help you see when that blood oxygen level is a little low, and be an indicator when you're below 95%, actually go to the doctor. Also on here, there are exercises. So you go in Together and Discover. So you can go into programs. You can have this programmed onto your smart TV, or you do it right through your phone. So these are built-in exercises. Say you wanted to do the 6-pack abs and you want to make up the workout. So as you can tell, it starts and it's relatively, when you want to work out to this, and it goes right onto your watch saying how you're doing from there, where your heart rate is, and it's telling you which movement you're on. But as far as the of it is relatively robotic, but it's built in, it's free. What can you say? And again, you can have things built in if you want to do an ab workout. There's a lot of other built-in exercises. I'm going to stop you. And again, you could be doing it on your phone or on your TV, anywhere you like. All right, that's pretty much it. But a couple of the negatives. Of course, this isn't your perfect smartwatch. This is a great smartwatch and a really good fitness tracker, but probably not the best fitness tracker. If it is a little expensive for you, I'd probably recommend going with the Samsung Active 2. It's going to give you a lot of the same metrics. The heart rate monitoring isn't as good, but it's giving you a lot of the same metrics with a lot of the same perks, even the EKG and blood pressure monitoring. And it's also going to be a lot less expensive, so I would recommend that. I would only really recommend this if you like the look. It is a fancier watch. Battery life is another one of those negatives. If you have the smaller one, you won't get through 2 days, and especially if you like that always on display, you only get through a little over a day. So if you're looking for something with a really long battery life, yes, you can triple tap with 2 fingers to get it into grayscale mode and stuff like that. They can help with battery life, but if you're looking for something really long term, I would definitely recommend something a little bit better. So it's third-party apps. It is running the Tizen OS. It is a Samsung OS, so it's not going to have a lot of third-party apps. Yes, you got your major ones, your Spotify, you have your Endomondo running app. You got a lot of the big ones, but you're not going to get smaller ones like the Apple ecosystem is a lot bigger than the Tizen ecosystem, so just letting you know from there. That, guys, hopefully you liked this video. Please smash that like button, and of course subscribe if you really like this video. But other than that, as always, stay happy, stay healthy, and above all, stay positive. I'll see you guys in the next one.